5 seconds. Start. Mr. Vice Chairman, I am indeed very grateful to the honorable members who have participated in this discussion. Stop. The subject which they have touched are beyond the scope of this bill. Stop. But I have been greatly benefited by their views, and these matters have been coming up off and on in this house. Stop. I would not like to repeat the answers which I have already given in this house to earlier queries of honorable members. Stop. But one point which was raised by my friends was that retrospective legislation, so far as the refund of tickets is concerned, is not warranted by law. Stop. It is not that the railways did not have the power to deduct this amount, but what was provided in the Act itself was that in the Act itself they have said that Section 47 of the Indian Railways Act requires a railway company, or in the case of a railway administration, the central government shall make general rules for certain specified purposes. Stop. And many among these purposes, there is one purpose providing for the accommodation and conveniences of passengers and regulating the carriage of their luggage. Stop. It was in exercise of these powers, and the central government notified through a Gazette notification dated 1st October 1992 a general rule that the railway administration may reserve a seat, a berth, a compartment, or a carriage, as the case may be, in a passenger train in accordance with a condition in the timetable in force for the time being from time to time. And in 1945, when the system of levy and cancellation charges was introduced, it was given publicity by being incorporated in the conditions published in the timetable in force. Stop. So we had the powers to make rules, and under those rules, these things were publicized and given a wide publicity in the timetables. Stop. But subsequently, it was a committee or subordinate legislation which held that the railways could possibly change this particular rule, and they should try to levy these deductions under the statute itself. Stop. So one can say not that we did not have powers, but possibly we had inadequate powers. Stop. So it is to meet this particular shortcoming that this particular section has been introduced in this bill. Stop. The second point is with regard to the compensation which is paid to the victims of railway accidents. Stop. Honorable members have pointed out that we should have brought a more comprehensive bill, because the statements made earlier by the minister in this house was that compensation for every person who die in railway accidents will be raised to rupees 50,000. We are very shortly going to introduce an insurance scheme in the railways, and this compensation will raised to rupees 50,000 for persons who lose their lives or get seriously injured in the railways accidents. Stop. The whole scheme has to be worked out and it will take time. Stop. I hope this will benefit the passengers. Stop.